Good morning and happy Monday. I'm taking you through another week, but this week I'm gonna really specifically show you how I get enough steps. I get at least 10,000 steps a day. And then secondly, I'm gonna show you how I get enough protein. Minimum 100 grams a day. I really like to aim for like 120 to 130. Those are like the two things. If you had to start somewhere, you start with protein and you start with steps. So I'm gonna show you how I do that this week. And I also had my daily bread. I had my time outside on my porch reading. And I think something that I was just talking to one of my good friends about in health and fitness and just wellness in general. A lot of the time, what's very overlooked is your life outside of movement and protein and all these other things. If your body is constantly in fight or flight, in stress, it is very, very difficult for the body to heal because your body is in survival mode and it's trying to shunt blood, to your extremities to keep you going, and it's there to love you and protect you. And after I miscarried, my body was constantly in fight or flight. I was really, really struggling to just simply be without my heart racing and elevated all the time. We can kind of get stuck in that if our nervous system doesn't know how to move out of that and doesn't have the help and the tools that it needs. Part of my nutrition is sitting on my porch, is silence and solitude and stillness, and it feeds me in a way that food cannot do. As I'm reading Luke and I'm reading about Zechariah and Elizabeth and how Elizabeth, she was barren. God ended up telling Zechariah through an angel that he was going to have a son. And the whole purpose of that son's life was to create a prepared people. The preparation often that God is doing in our life. We don't like to be in the seasons of preparation. We like to be where we're being prepared for, but we're praying for that thing. And so then God prepares us for it. And oftentimes we don't like to be prepared for it because it causes us to endure. It causes us to have patience. It causes our character to be molded and shaped. And sometimes that's uncomfortable. But that season of preparedness is preparing you to walk into this new season and not let it suffocate you. We forget the things that nurtured us in the old season. We forget the ways. All I'm trying to say is that we need nourishment. We need nourishment outside of steps and outside of protein and outside of our plates and outside of it all. We need to be nourished. We need to be sustained. We need to be encouraged in the seasons where we are being prepared. We need to be strengthened so that we are able to face the day. And that's really what food does for us. Food gives us the energy to face the day. And when we don't have nutrients, when we have a lack of nutrients, when we have a lack of protein, when we have a lack of movement, we can be very tired and sluggish in our day. In the same way, that is what we need outside of that. Our life is also our nourishment, and let yourself be nourished by Him and His love for you over your life. And allow Him to infuse your days with His love and His goodness and His mercy that's constantly following us all the days of our life. And that goodness and that mercy is a part of our diet, is a part of our life. Let it become part of your life though. Open up your plate, if you will, to receive that life. That being said, let's make a cup of tea. This is what I drink every day. This is amazing for gut health. It has literally pre and probiotics naturally fermented from these ancient trees that are so nutrient dense from the soil. Literally helps the biodiversity of your microbiome, which is essential for health. And then the black tea flavonols help to nurture the good bacteria, which is incredible. So basically you're getting naturally occurring prebiotics and probiotics, which is very rare. If you're looking for a simple way to add in a fermented food and you don't like sauerkraut, if you don't like that, that's a very strong taste. This is a fermented food. This is like the ultimate fermented food hack is this little tea, and I love it because you can just rip open the top and add it right into your water. It just makes it so easy to make in the morning. It's just no fuss. And I will be making a matcha later today, but right now they are offering 20% off for life, which is insane. 20% off of the fermented pu'er bundle, which comes with this, and also then the green tea. So this one is the fermented black tea, but then they also have a green tea. And I just had the last of my green tea. So it comes with both of them, and then also a little starter kit. You'll get your frother and you'll get a little mug, just use the link at the top of my description box. You'll click that and automatically get all of your goodies and the discount. It is amazing. Peak tea completely changed my life when I added in their matcha last spring. I noticed that my temperatures skyrocketed in a way that they never have before, and that's when I learned that because it's so high in polyphenols, the tea that Peak has, because they're unmatched, they're unparalleled for their quality and their purity, and I learned that the polyphenols feed the good bacteria in our gut. If you eat polyphenols, then you'll feed the good bacteria, and if you feed the good bacteria, then you'll help balance your blood sugar, and if you balance your blood sugar, then you'll support ovulation, and if you support ovulation, then you increase your progesterone, because if you increase your progesterone, then you're gonna lengthen your luteal phase, and you're gonna support your fertility and your overall hormonal health. I'll leave a link at the very top of the description box for you to get the deal. All right, let's make some breakfast. Collagen. This is a good example of making sure I get enough protein. So I simply measure out the amount of chicken on here. 4 ounces of chicken, that's 35 grams of protein. And then these are great because they have, look at that, 9 grams of dietary fiber, and we're already over 70 grams of protein for the day. And then I also have this jalapeno lime organic sauerkraut, which I'm gonna put this on my tacos as well. And that is my super easy lunch, and I'll probably have like an orange or a piece of fruit on the side as well. That is one thing that I changed, simply measuring out protein. And I don't have to do this for every meal. You can scan it into Chronometer. I get a lot of questions about that. I like Chronometer to track protein. And I haven't been tracking lately, and that's why even this week I was like, I need to start regularly tracking and make sure I hit enough. This is a really good example though of how I get a really quick, easy, high fiber, high protein lunch, and I have a little Cara orange on the side, and that was so easy because I just put this on this morning, so it literally just took me genuinely a couple minutes to make. So good. Okay, this is my lazy girl dinner. I defrosted grass-fed beef patties from Costco, and then yes, literally just a good old side of potato chips. Super easy carb, super easy protein. It's been a long day. Let's make dinner, what do you say? We just got these brand new pans from our place. They're titanium pans, and I have to say, these are 1,000 times better than any other pan. Our other pans that we were using, we've had them for a few years now, and the coating, that's what I found, like it's almost impossible to never use them on a higher heat. Like if you're trying to sear something or just cook something, it's just sometimes it's really hard to stay at medium heat, and you're not supposed to go over medium heat with the other pans. This one you can use up to 1,000 degrees, and it's non-stick because it doesn't have a coating at all. It's like the way that it's like, see this texture? The texture itself is the non-stick technology. So this is non-toxic. It is phenomenal. It is beautiful too. Like look how beautiful it is sitting out. Sometimes I'll get random messages like, what do you recommend for cookware if I'm like making a registry or whatever? This is the one that I now recommend. Our place, you crushed it with this. So let's make some dinner. Easiest salad ever. We have arugula beets. This is amazing at stimulating bile. This is amazing for estrogen detoxification, blood flow, amazing for healthier periods. Like definitely eat beets leading up to the week of your period. Olive oil from a local, super high in polyphenol. We have balsamic glaze, a little bit of that. Bioavailable protein, iron, again leading up to my period. Our super easy little burger sauce. Takes 2 seconds to make. Last but not least, we have our chips. This is like satisfying my chip craving, my luteal phase. Did you already eat half the bag?
I ate some.
Oh, you sneaky. Amen.
Amen.
That's so cute. You're doing the same thing I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I read that that like means something in your relationship.
That you have a good husband? What does it mean?
It means like, I can't remember where I read it, but it's like if a couple, like if you start singing a song and I then join in on that song or something like that, or you start quoting a movie and I start quoting it back. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what this study was supposed to be good. Me trying to explain my point, there's literally no point.
It means we're one.
Yeah. Okay, well I'm actually already at 10,000 steps today, but I am gonna go for a little scroll and step. is what I like to call it on my walking pad. So let's just see where we end up. It's already a little after 9, so I'm gonna go to bed very soon. You can actually change the color of your phone if you go into, you can go to color filters. So go to color filters and then just click on, and then that will actually turn, you can turn the intensity up and it will completely get rid of the blue light on your phone. I don't know if it completely does, but like, it's like red. It's very red. So we are officially ending our day. Officially at almost 13,000. I wanna get more protein in, so I'm gonna show you my protein hacks. Gelatin, this is the easiest protein hack of maybe all time. This has 11 grams of protein in a tablespoon. 2 tablespoons gets you 22 grams of protein. Get a little thing of gelatin. I'm just gonna make my beam, and I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons. I will preface this. This is my little nighttime sleepy cocoa drink. I will preface this with, this does have a strong taste, so you do need, like if you're gonna just like drink this in water, it might not go down very smoothly, but you put it in something like this, in our Flourish mug, still the word of the year. Beautiful, we hit our protein. Hormonal balance is not something that you arrive at. It is something that you maintain. It is a way that you live. I thought like once you arrive, then you just arrive, but now I realize you have to, something that you have to constantly do, just like I have to go for my walk and I have to get 10,000 steps. I still think there's a lot of wisdom to marrying something fun to get it done. I've said this a lot before, but make it fun to get it done. This is not gonna be fun to drink. If I wanna get it done though and make it more enjoyable, I'm gonna add a scoop of this, and this is now making it fun because it's now a protein cocoa. If you wanna get it done, make it fun. That was today's eats with 130 grams of protein, plenty of fiber for hormonal balance and gut health, and also over 10,000 steps. Also, I do think about like future seasons of my life, like, you know, Lord willing, when I'm a mother one day. I mean, I am a mother to my baby star in heaven, but one day I do think about that, where balancing, you know, motherhood with movement. You know, I'm not in that season of life yet. And so I'm already thinking though about, okay, well, how can I make it easy? How can I make it fun? Well, these are the things that I think about. I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, happy Tuesday. I have been preloading my breakfast with protein because it really helps to set you up for blood sugar balance for the rest of the day. I'm trying to use up this one in my cabinet, organic pea protein, a little bit of almond milk. I'm gonna try adding in my Cocoa June organic coconut milk yogurt. Protein intake, balanced blood sugar. Ooh, that's actually so good. We're already at 40 grams of protein. I just heated up some bone broth. I feel like preloading my day with protein really helps me to just hit my goal. It just sets me up for an easy rest of my day. Really good for digestion too. We got 40 grams of protein. Okay, here we go. A little coconut yogurt. Good morning. I'm on the struggle bus today. I have been pushing my body far beyond its limit, and my body is letting me know. So here I am looking super fabulous after yesterday. I need to get in the shower because I couldn't shower yesterday because, again, the water was off and all that kind of fun stuff. I went and sat outside with my hot cup of tea and read my Bible. I feel so much better. Drink our protein shake, make some breakfast, and get on with our day. It's the things that you do every day that are going to move you closer to where you are now. What you want is on the other side of consistency. So if you're not doing something, or you are doing something that is moving you toward or away from your goal every day, instead of toward your goal, you are doing that thing consistently. Does that make sense? We have to be consistent with the right things. And the way that I think you best do that is by making it simple and making it super easy. So if you need to preload your day with a protein smoothie to ensure that you're getting enough protein, that's a great way to do that. For example, when I got my walking pad, that's removing the barrier of I can't walk because it's too late, I can't walk because it's too dark, or something came up during the day and now I didn't get my steps in. Now the walking pad has removed that barrier. Cheers to moving closer to our goals.
make the easiest dinner I think I've ever made. I picked up these Yete taco shells. I have my pre-cooked chicken. We're gonna call it a day because it's been quite a day. So my counselor earlier was saying, which that's why I didn't eat lunch. I had an appointment and then I don't even know what happened. It's just one of those weeks. And actually that's what I was telling my counselor, and he really said something. He always says something so wise, but he was saying a lot of times we are in this timeline of life and we want to be all the way over here. Like we need to get this dot done and this dot done and this dot done. There's all these little dots and you want to get all the way over here. And we just want to try to bounce around to all these other spots. And he said, what you have to do, you just have to stay in your dot. You have to stay in your dot and you have to just be in that dot. So right now, my dot is dinner. You know what? I'm gonna stay in my dinner dot. If you're just feeling overwhelmed with life right now, I really just think there is so much wisdom in just focusing on right now. Just because the presence of God is with you doesn't necessarily mean the peace of God is with you. And let me explain. When the disciples were on the boat with Jesus and they started freaking out, he was present with them. His presence was there, but his presence didn't mean peace, because even though they were next to God, the union with God, the trust in God, the trust in Jesus that, hey, Jesus is on this boat. He is literally with me and I'm not going to give up my peace just because of the circumstance around me. And I think that that is something that was a really good reminder, even as I sat there and processed that, like, just because, you know, I always tell myself like, God is with me, but then I'm like, well, why don't I experience sometimes just the rest all the time? And that's because I'm focused more on the situation, on the circumstance than I am my God. And then it makes me think of Isaiah, where it says, he will keep in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on him because he trusts in him. And that's what the disciples didn't do. Their mind was not stayed, if you will, on Christ. It was on the literal waves. They were worried about what was in front of them instead of who was with them. Our problems become opportunities to reposition ourselves, to position our minds before God. I need this reminder myself. I'm feeling overwhelmed myself. I'm feeling down myself. I'm gonna fix my mind and take my thoughts captive before they take me captive. Also, just a little side note, every time that I do something, whether it's launch a podcast, write a book, launch the book, make a program, something, there's major opposition. And I'm about to launch the thing that I prayed for my entire life. I am working on that. It is coming, and the opposition is very strong. So I would absolutely treasure your prayers, honestly, in this season as we all pray over it together. I just would treasure your prayers. Amen.
It's really good chicken.
It's the Siete. It's later on tonight, and I just want to say I did not want to walk. I didn't even want to walk on my walking pad. I was very sedentary today because I was editing. But yeah, I just want to say I did not feel like walking. But when I went for a walk after dinner, but I really didn't feel like walking tonight. So instead of overthinking it, I just came in here and turned on the walking pad. I didn't think about it at all. I didn't try to convince myself or whatever. I just grabbed my hair scalp massager that I use every single night that I am seeing so much hair growth with. Anyway, that's unrelated. I just started doing it. Just want to say, for all the days that, you don't feel like doing it, there's going to be some days that you don't feel like doing it, and you want to keep the promises that you make to yourself. At least that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show you that I'm doing my best at that. So keep doing our scalp massage and getting our steps. Okay, like I said, I did not want to go for a walk. I just have to say that, but it's over now, and that's the thing. Some days I look forward to it. I want to do it. Tonight I didn't want to do it. There we go, 10,000 steps. And I think overthinking it is the biggest problem of all, of like, oh, I don't feel like doing it and I'll just do it tomorrow. Like, you just have to not think about it and just do it. At first I was like, oh, I don't really want to do that. And then I was like, don't think about it, just literally go turn on the walking pad. So I did. Cheers, we got our 10,000 steps, and I will see you tomorrow.